Hey, this is Clint from CT Mad Mods, and this week I'm working on the bus. Of course, you know I got some help. We always take our bus places and do stuff in it, and it always becomes like a chaotic catch-all junk, and it needs to be cleaned up. And so I've been kind of cleaning up and doing little projects. Like I built this little platform for Ronan and the dogs whenever we go camping or whatever. When we're driving down the highway, they like to come up in this area and kind of hang out. So built that. Built this little box right here to throw stuff on, and I'm just kind of slowly cleaning up and working on the bus. My project today is I need to do something with this area. There used to be a curtain there. It's never looked good. Stuff falls all over the place. It becomes a place to just dump stuff. And so I got an idea. A while back, my neighbor took his fence down, and I got a bunch of the cedar boards, and I made a little restroom for Patty. And I'm going to take some of those cedar boards, and I'm going to frame this out, and we're going to make some cabinet doors. Mama just got home. I'm going to maybe get something to eat, and then we're going to start messing with this cabinet. We can build like some shelves and get busy with it. All right, sometimes I'm really bad about filming this kind of stuff, but what I did was I just took some pieces of cedar fence and nailed them. I'm gonna frame that out, and then I'm gonna build some cabinet doors. So just kind of putting them in there with a brad nailer. Okay, we got the bottom board cut out, and I just want to frame this out in some cedar and make it look cool. Need to cut that piece out, like rip it down the middle and get a 4-inch piece, and start building some cabinet doors. Okay, that doesn't look horrible. I didn't have enough for right here. I'll paint that. I don't care about that. But I think what I want to do, it's 32 inches across with a small, like a 1-inch overlap. So I think I'm gonna make some 16-inch doors. And we have a bunch of pallet wood in the backyard. And I think I'm gonna do some sort of straight up and down pallet wood, and then do like a Z, you know, and nail it all together and make a door. And I think what I want to do is put a piece of metal right there and do a magnet for the closing on the doors. So I'm just kind of coming up with this in my head, and I'm barely using a tape measure. It doesn't have to be perfect because I want it to look kind of eclectic and weird. That's the whole point of having a bus, right? Is so it'll look cool. Let's go get some pallet boards out of the backyard. I got all these pallet boards right here from my son's girlfriend. Her dad owns Alaska Pallet, and this is just leftover pallet boards. So I'm just gonna dig through this pile and get a few dozen of them and go back to the bus. Okay, you can kind of see what my plan is here. I got chunks of pallet, and I'm making these cabinet doors. My measurement is 28 inches tall and 16 inches wide, and I'm just cutting out pallet slats and measuring it up, making a Z style, and 2 of them I'm going to go this way, the other 2 I'm going to go this way. But this is where we're at. I'm going about 4.5 inches from the top and the bottom, and then I'm just going to lay a board across here and corner to corner and make some marks, cut that off. these little brad nails that I got. They're way too long. I've been taking a Dremel tool and just cutting them off because I'm not going to Home Depot to buy nails. So I'll just cut them off. That looks pretty cool. This is gonna be the front. So I'm just gonna take one of these boards, something that looks cool. Actually, I like this one right here. I think it's made out of oak. Just go corner to corner, make my mark. Use a straight edge. Cut it off. All right, the other two, the crossbar went this way, so I'm making these to where they go the opposite. The last two, they're gonna go opposite. All right, so there's those two. That one's gonna go right there. That one's gonna go right there. And this one is an inch shorter than the other three. They're all 16 inches except for that one. And I just did that because I just wanted to give myself as much room as possible by this door right here. And I think it looks kind of cool. Being a little shorter, I don't care. It's whatever. But let's make that last one. Okay, this is the final door. And I think those look really cool. It's all made out of pallet wood that we got from Alaska Pallets. Casey's girlfriend, Serena. Her dad owns it. And these are all just boards that they throw away. So. All right. Now the next move is I need to attach those to that cabinet. So I think what I'm going to do, they have a place in Anchorage that you can donate construction materials to. We're going to jam over there. I've been over there before and I've seen that they have totes full of hinges. So I'm going to kind of decide what kind of hinge I want to put on that thing. I want something rustic looking, something cool looking. I don't want to get some Chinese stainless steel hardware for this thing. And see if we can find some knobs for it and stuff. I think what I'm going to do so that closes and stays closed is instead of getting like the little kid like latches that keeps them from opening while we're underway, I think I'm going to get some magnets. But I don't know yet. Haven't decided. We're going to look around and see what we can find, and I want to do it cheap. I just looked it up. The place is called Restore. It's in Anchorage, Alaska. Anyways, it's called the Restore. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna go see if I can find like some handles and some hinges and stuff like that. Something that looks eclectic and kind of fits what I got going on here. See what we can find. Let's go. Amazon dude just stopped by. I don't know what this is. Let's go find out. It says it's for CT Mad Mods. Huh, that's me. I don't know what this is, but I suspect I know what it is. It's a pair of Crocs. I think this is to replace the Crocs that I lost in Denali Highway. Oh, okay. It says, "Happy birthday, love Steven and Angel from the Zook Me YouTube channel." If you're not watching the Zook Me YouTube channel, go check them out. Steven and Angel are awesome people, and they love Suzukis just like me. And that's my size. Thanks, guys. It was a happy birthday. Really cool. Thanks, guys. All right, we're here at the Restore. People donate stuff here and they sell it. It's actually a pretty cool place. They got everything here. See if we can find some hinges and some doorknobs. Kind of what I'm looking for. Just a bin with handles. I found this one. We're gonna swoop that. Let's see what else I can find in here. Cool. Got a bunch of different handles, got some hinges. Let's go back to the bus and put those in. All of that hardware cost me 20 bucks. If you buy one handle at Home Depot, they're like $4 or $5. So I don't know exactly which ones I'm gonna use, but I just got a variety and I think I'm gonna mismatch them in there. Just make it look cool, and we're gonna throw it together. All right, we're back from the Restore. Let's get these hinges installed. All right, so I got a bunch of these little hinges, and these are the ones that kind of, whenever it's installed on the door goes on that side, and this is all hidden. All you see is that hinge, and they're the spring-loaded kind. They have like a little spring back here, so they kind of snap closed. Got them for $1 a piece. And I got about a dozen of them, just so I would have enough. I found that knob, and I found 4 of these. I like these because they're kind of dented up and the paint was scraped off. I found that one. It's a little bit different. This one's totally different than all of them. And then I found these metal ones. They're kind of heavy duty. They look pretty cool. Look at that one. So my thought is to put 4 different handles on, and I don't know which ones I'm going to use, but just kind of switch it up, make it look cool, and put some hinges on, mount her all up. I just went through that big can of washers and nuts and bolts and screws, and I came up with enough of these screws to screw into these hinges so they don't go all the way through. I needed them to be about 1 inch, so that's what I did. So I got enough of those to do all the hinges, and then I got some longer ones that goes into that hole right there that will clip into the board right there so it can open and close. Let's get these things mounted up. Just cleaned out the sink. I am building a place to put all those pots. So we're going to mount these hinges on these doors, and we're going to do it right here. All right, these are pretty simple. You want to mount them to where when they're on there, they slide over the board. And I just want the hinges on the back side of these boards right here, these Z boards. So they're going to mount like that right there. Split the difference. It ain't got to be perfect. I just don't want the screws to go all the way through. One down. All right, they should go up like that. Let's go down here and look at what we're doing. All right, on the back side, you can see that hinge right there. These hinges are going to go just like that on this board. And then this is going to close like that. So I'm going to open them up like that, get a screw, and drill them in. These are some pretty thick screws. So I'm going to take and drill a pallet hole, and hopefully I can do this. Yeah, should be able to do that. That worked out. Let's get this bottom one. Uh-oh. Looks like I need to trim the top of this just slightly. All right, funny story. I just put this all together and started measuring. I built the doors before, obviously, before I bought the hinges. I didn't know what kind of hinges I was going to have. I left myself room to be able to cut this board to adjust, and I did 16-inch by 16-inch doors, or 16 by 28, 16 by 28 doors. And so I'm going to have to trim this board back so the doors fit. Not a big deal. I'm just kind of ad-libbing this thing, but let me pull that board off. I just stapled it on and chop it down and put that door back on. All right, well, I went and pulled this board off, this fascia board off, and I went ahead and cut it down 2.5 inches so these doors will fit. I could probably move it this way some. Let's see how that works. Looks better. this last one on. Okay, they're all mounted up. Looks pretty good. They're semi-even. This is kind of the look I was going for. I wanted something to look barn door, rustic, and I think I'm gonna drill and put knobs in all of those, and they're just all gonna be different knobs. And then I need to come up with a way to secure the bottom. I think I'm gonna use magnets and like a little piece of metal strip, and the magnet will keep it from opening. If you've ever been in a schoolie, you know that cabinets just fly open. So we'll figure that out next. All right, I'm putting some handles on, so I'm just kind of going in the middle of the board and drilling a hole. And I'm taking a screw and I'm sticking it through the board. It's actually easier if I run it in with the impact. And then just taking a knob and threading it on. There you go. You probably noticed I didn't measure that at all. It's not how we do here at CT Mad Mods. All right. Check them out. Okay, I got this kind of gray one on the first door. I got this one on the second door. Got this kind of banged up one on the third. And that cool looking one on the fourth. It's coming right along. I think I'm gonna go to Home Depot and see if I can get some magnets and make like a apparatus to keep the doors closed. I'm thinking about attaching a magnet to the back of this and a strip of metal or something right here, so whenever it closes it just magnetizes and sticks closed, and then whenever you pull it, you know, obviously it'll break the magnetization. Swing over to Home Depot and see what we can find. Here's what I found. I found a magnet and a hole saw that it fits perfectly in, and I got an arbor. I think what I'm going to do is countersink that magnet into that wood right there, so whenever this closes, put a strip of metal across here, so when it closes it'll attach to that. So that's my idea. See if I can accomplish it. Alright, so my idea is to take this magnet and then mount it right there, so it's right on this kickboard, and then I'm gonna put a strip of metal on the bottom of the door so it'll stick to that. I'm gonna put a board on the back side like this to screw that to. So cool. We'll just put something on the back side of this like a spacer, so it sits on that edge, and then we're done. All right, so I got a bunch of washers that I had on another project, like hundreds of them. So just using a screw with a stack of washers to get that to be flush. There it is. So now I just need to put a strip of metal on the back side of that, and we're in the business. Well, there they are. I went and installed a magnet down at the bottom, and I put a piece of steel so it can just be magnetized. I don't know if that'll hold while it's underway, but it is pretty 25-pound magnet, so it is pretty stout. I think they turned out really good. Check out all these little details. I like these knobs. And it just looks rustic and cool. So there they go. Thank you. The kids just approved. All right, well, there's the cabinets. Looks pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Now I just have the whole rest of the bus to do. I think we're gonna rip down all of this. When we got the bus, this was all kind of temporary. We just threw it in there. And I want to kind of keep this trend of using pallet boards and stuff, and building kind of new stuff in here to make it a better living space. You know, everything's kind of just thrown. We just, you know, threw stuff into areas and whatever. It's just crazy when you go camping and you come back, how everything's just so messy. But anyways, think these look really good. All right, I'm gonna keep messing with this, and if you watched my video to the end, I appreciate you watching. Hit the like button, leave a comment, tell me what you think I did wrong. If you like this kind of content, you want me to keep doing stuff on my bus, let me know. Leave it down in the comments. Tell me what you think, what I should do next. Thanks for watching my video.